Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, this is going to be my small August TBR. There is 5 books on this TBR. I am just kind of still in a slump, so I debated not even doing an August TBR, but I'm going to try to hold myself accountable and read some books, so I figured a TBR will help that, fingers crossed. So I have everything written down and we're just going to talk about the books a little bit, why I want to read them, and all of that. So first we're going to start with Mile High by Liz Tomford. I'm technically already like 100 pages into this, but it's a 600-page book that I know I'm not going to finish in the next 3 days because I'm filming this on the 29th. It is going up sometime beginning of August, so I highly doubt I'm going to finish it before then because I've literally just been reading a chapter or 2 a day. But this is a hockey romance where we are following a hockey player named Xander and a flight attendant named Stevie. And Stevie is basically one of the flight attendants for the hockey team that Xander is on. And Xander is very much like a playboy, sleeps with women in all these different cities, and is purposely trying to annoy Stevie because he knows that Stevie is attracted to him, but she's not going to do anything about it. And it's so far, I'm liking it, but I need to be held accountable to continue reading it because I'm not super invested in the characters. So I'm hoping trying to hold myself accountable to finish it will be good because I've heard only good things about this book. So I'm really hoping that I'm not the odd one out in not liking it. Next is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This I will be borrowing through my library, and this is the second book in the Maple Hill series where we are following, I cannot bloody remember the characters' names, but they're basically 2 people at the end of the school year. They hook up and then they end up working at the same summer camp together, and there is a no fraternization rule between like the counselors and like the people that work there. And so it's them navigating that. And this is the perfect read for August because it's a summer read. It takes place during the summer, so I'm wanting to try to read it before summer ends. And I did really like Icebreaker, which is book 1 in the series, so I'm hoping I enjoy Wildfire. I've been saying I was going to read this since it came out, and I didn't. I had the physical copy borrowed through my library, didn't read it, so now I'm like, maybe if I borrow the ebook, then I might read it. I don't know. We will see. And the third and final ebook is Lore Olympus Volume 6 by Rachel Smith, and this is the 6th book in the Lore Olympus series, which it's basically like a Hades and Persephone retelling told in the modern time. And I've loved the first 5. My original plan was to read them as they're published into the physical bind-ups, but I'll read it on Webtoons because it's free there. But I'll only read what portions are from volume 6, if that makes any sense at all. The next book is a reread for me that I started in June and because I wanted something simple to read, and that is Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. This will be my 3rd time reading it, I believe. Maybe 4th, but at least 3rd. And this basically, we are following Juliet, who her touch is lethal. She's been essentially in prison for the last like 200 and some days, and she's finally getting out by basically being forced to work for the reestablishment, which is basically like the government. And I love this series, so I was hoping that I would start reading it and get out of my slump, but that didn't happen. But I did also start reading it while on vacation, so I think that was kind of why I didn't continue it, because when I got back I had another physical book that I was reading that I focused on instead of this, so I'm hoping to finish it. I'm only 60 pages in? Yeah, 61 pages in, so there's still a good chunk of the book in it. It looks longer than it is because there is a whole novella pretty much at the end, which I probably will end up reading too because it is the, what is it called? I'm brain farting. Destroy Me novella, which I remember really liking, so I'll probably just try to binge both of those this month, but we shall see because 2 jobs on top of social media and having a life is gonna be difficult to navigate over these next little bit while I get used to my new job. And then the final book is one that I literally bought yesterday at the bookstore because I was able to go. I spent way too much money. But that is King of Greed by Anna Huang, which is the 3rd book in the Kings of Sin series. And this is about Dominic and Alessandra. And they basically are married. They've been married for, it doesn't say how long, but it's basically like second chance, estranged marriage, re-falling in love with the person that you fell in love with. And I've heard great things. I've read the first 2 books in this series. I love them. I just needed to get my hands on book 3, and they had it when I went to the bookstore. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. I've been putting off buying it because originally I wanted to get the Indigo exclusive edition, which is more of like a darker cover. Like this is the first book, but the original cover is white to match this. I have King of Wrath, King of Pride, and King of Sloth, I believe is book 4 in the Indigo exclusive editions, but they're now out of print, so gotta just get the original cover, which at least the spines don't, like, at least the spines match, like, so that's at least good. Like the spines look good together, so I don't really care as much that it's white. But yeah, this one I'm excited to read. My friend Mac has read it and really liked it, so I'm hoping I like it, and I'm hoping that a romance will aid me in getting out of my slump. But I know this video was short, but again, it's 5 books. I did do the math on figuring out approximately how many pages I have to read a day, and it's 63 pages a day, which isn't that bad, but am I gonna have the time and the energy to read? That is more of the question. Am I going to choose to do other things? Like, I will admit, I've been binging YouTube, not bookish content though, which sucks, but I'm hoping that I get that urge to read more back, but we shall see. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what is one book that you will be reading in August, or if you have read any of these and what's your thoughts on them. I'd love to hear that in the comments below. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it will help my channel grow, and I am just now getting back into BookTube, so I really hope you stick around to see what is to come. But bye!